Hello, welcome to Anara Reacts. Today I am continuing the Battlestar Galactica series. I am currently on episode 3. So we'll see how it goes. So far it's been okay. Like I said prior, I was used to the original Battlestar Galactica that I grew up with as a kid. So it's a little different. Used to seeing Starbuck as a male kind of cocky womanizer kind of thing, so seeing her as a female has been different, but not bad. So we'll continue and see how it goes. And I'm still not sure why exactly they wanted to look like us or why they're so pissed off at humanity. So they just say Reveille instead of playing Reveille? He's got to knock that stuff off.
Whoa.
You spilled some too. What a waste. It's not like you're going to find any more.
Not exactly Caprica Beach down there, huh, Chief?
We've registered temperatures 180 and below.
Ooh, cold.
It's gonna be a bitch to work down there, sir.
You know how lucky we are we found this ugly rock?
Water, yeah.
Ever see a man die of dehydration, Chief?
I imagine that's unpleasant.
13% sodium chloride. What the hell? We can't drink salt water.
That's why I had Callie test the ice.
Oh, well, there you go, pure water.
Why would the water be salt but the ice not be? That seems weird.
Slave labor.
They are criminals and they've been sentenced to hard labor.
Yeah? It's like when prisoners work a road crew.
If they volunteer, but these men are not slaves, and I will not have them treated as such.
Points towards earning freedom.
You want to start releasing hardened criminals into the fleet?
Do we know what their sentences are?
I would like to have a representative from Galactica.
Second class petty officer
I
Duwala.
know who she is. She'll be fine.
Possibly best for a male representative, too. Don't want to introduce a female to the prisoner population.
Petty Officer Duwala.
And he likes her.
Thinking entirely of the mission.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing to say to the personal representative of the president.
Wow.
Every man has to decide for themselves which side they're on.
Humanity's side?
I didn't know we were picking some.
That's why you haven't picked one yet.
Humanity's side. It's one side.
We need 1,000 able-bodied men to help us get that water. Any man who volunteers to help us during this emergency will earn freedom points. Whoever's interested, please just step out of your cell.
Not a lot of movement going on there. That's a start.
Thank you for your offer. We respectfully decline.
Wait a minute. I know him. He was on the original Battlestar Galactica.
Terrorist?
Well, that doesn't bode well. Would have thought at least a few people would have been interested in possibly earning points towards parole. I guess that guy's got him all organized together or something. They're in danger of dying of dehydration too, so it's in their best interest.
So who the hell is Tom Zarek?
He's a prisoner of conscience.
He's a butcher.
Zarek's got the prisoners united. Let's go through Zarek.
Anybody want to help? Two stranded pilots?
I guess there's still some buildings standing after the bombings.
Feel like I'm in a movie.
Just to stop raining.
You've got shelter if it does start raining. All those buildings.
Been here longer than you. Wish I could say it gets easier.
Post-apocalyptic. Sounds like a rat. Yep.
Rumor, you might not want to. Let's go. Hey.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
Let's just find a hospital. Score some anti-radiation meds.
She's good.
So far.
Jealous?
This all makes me so sad.
They would have destroyed themselves anyway. They deserve what they got. But parents have to die. It's the only way children come into their own.
They don't have to die as a species.
Not allowed to speak unless asked a direct question. You've never been in a prison before, have you, Captain?
Why would he have?
We need these.
Some kind of signal.
I belong to you. You own us. You're the master or the slaves.
More signaling.
Clearly a man of principle. I respect that. I understand where you're coming from. People are gonna start dying.
It's time for your break.
Wait a second, he's a guard.
SFM, they don't care about justice. It's people.
There's some trouble going on. What is this guy doing? Why? That's not a good situation.
Stay where you are, Captain. It'll all be over soon.
Nobody try anything.
Organized a frickin' riot? What are you gonna do? Take on the entire prison population? That's not even possible. Where are the rest of the guards? You think that's gonna win you points with the rest of the fleet for getting your freedom?
Everything's under control.
They don't want to hurt us. That won't get them what they want.
Which is what?
Lieutenant Thrace, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too.
Really?
No. Oh.
I wonder if she's a real blonde.
Oh, rude.
One of you has been coming in a little hot lately. He's burning up the deck with his skids because he just can't pull back on the throttle hot. Now, who is this speed demon, my prince? Flat top, sir. Or maybe you have a hot date with your right hand.
Never gets a headache.
Okay,
You come in too hot today, you may have to start using your left.
I'm gonna break it.
You've been fun. You've been a great audience. Dismissed.
I don't think he liked that spiel.
My room, my rules, sir.
Where's your mommy?
Dead. Where's yours?
Also dead, I would think.
Speaking of falling off, glad to see you found a way to quench your thirst.
And alcohol's not actually good for dehydration. It makes you more dehydrated.
I don't want to negotiate.
And what do you want?
Be treated like men. We're gonna talk.
What about?
We were talking before.
You really do have an excellent eye for art.
Stop brown nosing, man.
Where's my Cylon detector?
Yes, it's taking longer than expected.
Cut the BS.
Yeah.
You said you had a way of detecting human from Cylon.
Do you or don't you?
Do you or don't you?
I don't. I don't think that I'm the man for this job.
You have to do this.
You're the only one that can.
If you don't tell him what he wants to hear, he's going to find you out. And throw your body out of an alley!
Go.
You're the last man we have.
This is what you say.
There is one way.
I didn't want to have to ask.
I didn't want to have to ask you for this.
But what I really need.
But what I really need to complete the project
is a nuclear warhead.
It's a nuclear warhead.
Excuse me? Is she just a hallucination or what? Did they like implant something in his head that they can communicate with him and stuff like that?
I thought you said you respected me.
That was before we resorted to violence and hostage taking.
As you may know, the Cylons are susceptible to certain kinds of radiation. I can construct a filter that will preferentially ionize synthetic molecules and thus deliver to you your Cylons.
So a real Cylon detector this time or still blowing smoke?
You'll get your warhead.
Good boy.
Why does the Cylon want them to have the warhead? What are they hoping he does with it?
You don't honestly think you've been fooling everyone, do you?
Kind of obvious.
Hell, the whole ship knows about you and the chief. It stops now.
Right?
You're his superior officer. Put a stop to it.
That's an order.
Lovely.
The crew are my prisoners. I demand the immediate resignation of Laura Rosalind and her ministers. I demand free and open elections to choose a new leadership.
Not exactly in the position to do all that right now. It's kind of a time of war. I mean, the fact that they have a president at all right now kind of says something rather than just being completely under martial law or whatever. I mean, they've got limited resources, limited ships, very limited population, And they're fighting off these Cylons that are out to exterminate them. It's not exactly your regular civilization time going on here. There's extenuating circumstances.
Rebellions are contagious. People are already rioting over the water crisis. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Talking to Zarek. Give us a little bit more time.
Stalin.
He wants to be recognized. No commitments. No deals.
And with all due respect, sir, I am the best shot in or out of the cockpit.
You get a clear shot at Zarek, you take it. I want all the hostages alive.
Ideally, yeah.
I don't know how I drew this detail.
President thought you'd be valuable.
Uh-huh.
I told her. Sorry.
It's nice to get out of the CIC. Meet new people.
Lovely new people.
If you know what's good for you, you'll be nice to me.
Go away, dude. And that's why you don't want females in the male prison ship.
Who voted for Laura Rosalind?
It was an emergency thing.
Did you vote for her?
She was sworn in under the...
It was emergency because everybody higher up died.
If we're not free, then we're no different than Cylons. Has to pick one side or the other. Have you picked a side, Apollo?
Why is that mirroring what his dad said?
Commander Adama wishes to speak to Mr. Zarek.
First, I want to make sure that my people are unharmed.
How long until you storm the ship? Have the president step down and call for elections.
What good would that do? You need the water, not an election right now. Do they have, like, magnetic locking capabilities or something?
I don't think I have your respect.
I don't think this is gonna go well.
Hey!
Where are you taking her?
That's not okay.
Hey! Captain Adama!
You want them to storm the ship.
Why? Why would you want them to storm the ship?
You don't want elections. You don't want your freedom. You want a bloodbath.
Uses Adama's soldiers to massacre the people on the ship. People in the fleet will never, never forgive them.
I'm not so sure that they would be all that bothered about the prisoners being eliminated if they're causing a problem.
She's been trained. We've all been trained in capture.
Something's up.
They're killing the hostages. Let's go.
I don't know about killing, but bad nonetheless. What the heck?
My ear off!
Frick you!
You said they weren't animals. What do you call this?
You put him in a cage! You made him a monster!
Pretty sure some of them were probably monsters in the first place, and that's why they ended up there.
Filthy bitch! You all deserve to die! You first. You reap what you sow.
She didn't do anything, you asshat.
Because this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell your men to help us get that water off the moon. And they're gonna earn their freedom. You're gonna get your elections. You were right about democracy and consent of the people.
You gotta deal with the emergencies first.
Or you can have this bullet. You let the rest of the hostages go, we'll leave this ship in your hands. You reap what you sow.
Say the sniper's not gonna take him out when he stands up.
Gotcha.
Fire!
Not sure that decision's not gonna come back and bite you in the butt.
They're a threat to the entire fleet.
They've been disarmed, and they've agreed to organize the workforce for the water detail on the moon. You're serving out the remainder of President Adar's term. When that term is up in 7 months, the law says there's an election.
There's a difference, though, in times of emergency.
I guess you finally picked your side.
Now she's gonna share booze with him? Why?
What the hell is this? Water?
Got your ass.
Oh, it's just water. In a flask? Don't we all?
Says my flaws are personal, yours are professional.
Well, she kind of tried to make peace. You just threw it back at her face. I mean, at least they disarmed them, etc. The ship doesn't have any defensive really capabilities, but like Adama said, it's a weapon in itself. They could use it to crash into other ships or cause other problems.
Specialist lazy. How are you feeling?
She was shot and assaulted.
You really bite that guy's ear off?
He's lucky that's all I bit off.
Yep, she pulled the Mike Tyson on that guy's ass.
And for what it's worth, 7 months from now, you'll have my vote.
If she runs. I mean, she does have the cancer. So I'm not sure exactly what her life expectancy is. Which also means, why was she so upset about having to have an election anyway?
The truth is, I might not be here in 7 months. I told your father that I had allergies, but I have cancer.
I'm so sorry, Madam President.
So this has to stay between you and me.
You can count on me.
Hopefully that's true. Definitely some drama in that one. That's a tough situation there. Like, I know you want to have freedom for the people, elections and stuff like that, but in times of emergency like that, I don't know. I'm surprised that they weren't already under martial law. On to the next one. What the heck? What are they doing?
What the hell's this? Flat Top's Thousandth Landing. Nobody tells me.
Oh, his 1000th landing? Guess that's the thing.
You're not ready yet?
Oops.
Someone's gonna have to pick that up.
Is there like a special ceremony and all that? What is that?
And the LSO hears over the wireless this big, loud, long, obnoxious...
He passed gas? Why do I have a feeling something bad's going to happen? Oh crap. Is that a missile or something? Gonna go boom if it hits the deck. There's a lot of people there. Uh-oh.
Personally.
Oh crap. That looked like it took his head off.
Let's go.
Fire.
Shouldn't there be someone in charge of checking those straps for wear and tear or something? I mean, if that's what happens when one of them falls off the rack, that's not a good thing. Shouldn't they like have a safety or something? Maybe that only gets activated once they've been loaded onto a ship or something? Seems unnecessarily dangerous. And now we're back to this scenario. What is she like burning up in an atmosphere or something?
Metal fatigue. Worn strap fails, kills 13 pilots, lands 7 more in sickbay.
Not to mention the
It's hard to
damage
get
to the
this, I
ship.
know, but
Still don't know who that guy is that they keep touching his picture. Flashback now. At some point, I'm guessing they would need to recruit more pilots, right?
For Lieutenant Zach Adama.
Flashing back between his brother's funeral and this one. Okay.
Worthy of that. Oh, we committed all May.
Bad memories. It already had a flag on it. Why would you put another folded one on it? 21 gun salute.
I have to start training new pilots.
Figured that was going to happen.
I don't know if I'm the right person for this.
You know someone better.
No.
That's the problem.
Trying to tell me there's not one flight instructor?
There's 2. Civilians, both.
Well, I could start with the civilians and graduate from there.
This is about Zach. It's not your fault.
Well, she did pass him when shouldn't have.
His technique was sloppy, and he had no feel for flying, but I passed him because he and I...
Thing. I'm guessing maybe Adama doesn't know that part.
Passed basic flight.
She passed him.
What could have happened to any qualified pilot?
But he wasn't qualified.
Did your job to the best of your ability.
But she didn't.
I need new pilots, and I want you to train them.
She won't have any personal feelings for any of these ones. Or better. He obviously doesn't know she passed him when he shouldn't have. Well, at least, I mean, yeah, she knows what she did wrong. So just don't make that same mistake. Obviously, she doesn't have the personal relationship with any of these new people. So be as strict as you need to be without worrying about how they feel about it.
Your face, mouth, tongue, trouble breathing. Rash or eye allergy can happen. Don't stop asthma treatments without talking to your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens.
Still probably be fine if they started with the civilian flight training first to get basic flight training out of the way before graduating to a military flight training. I don't see why they couldn't do that. I keep going back to that, but I have no idea why she's burning up.
10 Cubits says she takes him this time.
I guess he's become a regular at their poker game or whatever it is. Is the money actually still worth anything at this point?
I want you to tell me the truth about something.
She needs to get her head in the game. Quit daydreaming.
By the skin of your teeth, but you passed.
I don't want any special treatment. Certainly from you. You can't.
I'm not going to send you to Vipers if I don't think you've got the chops.
Except she did.
Hello, you all right?
I'm out of here.
That's a fold. Okay. Okay, back to Caprica. I'm training again. Plenty of buildings they should be able to take shelter in.
Restaurant.
Thought they were looking for the hospital.
I don't get it. How does military coded signal end up coming from in here?
When did they pick up a military signal?
Thing says we're right on top of it.
A hidden door. Something nuclear? Oh, it's a shelter. A fallout shelter. Well, there you go. There's some supplies.
Medical supplies.
Probably some MREs.
Wait a minute. The signal.
Disaster beacon.
Some poor slob goes through all the trouble building a fallout shelter, stalks it.
It doesn't make it to the shelter.
Then what? What happens to him?
He didn't make it to the shelter. Or he evacuated.
Let's just call ourselves lucky and leave it at that.
That's one way to look at it. Better than grass. Just following them all over the place. What's the deal with them? Why are they so interested in Halo and all? Going through all this with him there.
Would you mind explaining to me why you waited 5 years in between breast exams?
It's none of your business. I was busy.
Mm-hmm. So it's breast cancer, I'm guessing.
Would you mind?
I do, actually.
And I watched my mother endure 2 years of naloxone before she died.
So you knew you were susceptible and still didn't get your checkups. That's not smart.
Alternate treatment.
Prayer.
Witty. Have you ever heard of Kamala extract?
Oh, gods. You're one of those.
That's supposed to be like a herbal remedy or something?
This is the best that you could come up with.
They're the most qualified pilots in the fleet.
Great.
Limited resources.
Attention on deck. That means get on your feet, Nuggets. Pilots call me Starbuck. You may refer to me as God. We don't have any flight simulators on board, so we're putting you in the cockpit today.
Lovely.
Anyone not paying attention is liable to end up as a puddle of something to be hosed out of the cockpit by the chief of the deck. From now on, your name is Hot Dog, and when God speaks Hot Dog, you listen. Maybe if you learned that at the academy, you wouldn't have washed out.
Call the ball.
That's got to be one of the newbies. They're flopping all over the place. Oh, the landing strip goes all the way from one side through to the other? Interesting.
Wretched beyond belief, actually. You call yourselves pilots?
Yes, sir. This was only our first day.
You're on accelerated course.
No, it's your last. So pack your gear, get the hell off my ship, you're done.
Did they even want to be there, or were they just recruited?
You can't wash them out in their first day. 40 Vipers and 21 pilots. That's it. Yeah. God's forbid the Cylons show up. The next group has never even been in a cockpit.
You're overcompensating a little bit for passing the unqualified person last time?
I am the flight instructor. My word is scripture. I will not pass another student who isn't ready.
Yeah.
So that's what this is about.
Yeah.
It's Zach.
I mean, it's kind of your job to train them, right? I mean, you've seen what their capabilities are so far. So now you gotta train them to be proficient. It's gonna take more than a day. And they still have the one Cylon for sure on board still, the boomer chick. I'm surprised that the Cylons aren't still hounding them. Because as long as there's a Cylon on board, they can track them, know where they are. Is that an ejection thing? Yep.
She's not giving him a chance. It's day one.
She's one of the finest pilots I've ever seen in my life.
She may be a good pilot. Doesn't necessarily mean she's a good instructor.
I'm just saying I think she's letting her personal feelings cloud her judgment.
What are those feelings?
About Zach.
Oh, you're gonna rat her out.
We've talked about Zach.
You did?
He doesn't know what you think he knows.
Well, she'll do her job.
She almost decked me in the rec room. Right.
That's normal occurrence, seems like.
I think she's trying to work out her guilt over what she did for Zach.
What did she do for Zach?
He didn't know.
I thought you just said...
What did she do?
It's not my place to say, and I've already said more than I should have.
Yep.
You'll have to ask her. I'm sorry.
That's not good.
Thrace, Lieutenant Thrace, please report to the CEO's quarters.
Uh-oh. Getting called to the principal's office.
You washed out the Nuggets without giving them a chance.
Particular reason they're called Nuggets?
Personal feelings cloud your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Your feelings about Zach. You might have been feeling guilty about something that you did for Zach.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Lee.
No. He said to ask you.
I'm asking you.
Well, I don't really know what he was talking about.
Yes, you do. You told him. Now you gotta tell Adama. Because Lee knows. You can't just lie.
Zach failed basic flight. He wasn't a bad pilot. He just had no feel for flying. And I should have flunked him, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom line is that your son didn't have the chops to fly a Viper, and it killed him.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you can tell me what he was hinting at. Surprise about you. You're engaged, right?
That would have been my guess.
I was so in love with him, and I let that get in the way of doing my job.
Yep.
He just wanted it so much, and I didn't want to be the one who crushed him.
Reinstate the trainees. Do your job.
He's still leaving her as the instructor.
And walk out of this cabin while you still can.
Yeah, he's pissed. Oh, that did not go well. They keep going to that scene, but it doesn't make any sense. Need some more information there.
Unpack your gear. You are all returned to flight status. We're gonna try this again, and I'm gonna do my job.
Can you?
Not bad, hot dog. But you left your leader behind.
Looks like you're having a bad day, hot dog.
And the moral of this story is...
Never leave your leader.
You never want to be out here alone.
Nope.
What's got into Starbuck? He actually sounds like a real instructor for a change.
Holy crap, we've got incoming.
Where the hell did they come from?
From who? Where?
It's the Cylons.
That's not good.
No base ships detected, sir.
How'd they get there without a base ship? They had like an outpost nearby or something? I thought they were in uncharted space, though.
What's she doing?
She's taking them on to give the Nuggets a chance to get back to ship. So much for the not leaving the leader behind. And hot dogs are gonna pull a move.
Hey, hot dog, where are you going?
You said never to leave your leader.
And I also said never disobey an order.
Yep. You got one behind you now. Oh.
I got you, hot dog.
You don't have the flight experience, man. That's why you're in training.
You're gonna be okay, I promise you.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
That about does it. I think there's only one left.
That one can still cause a problem. Still firing at him.
Frick.
Where'd she go?
Starbuck's wireless and transponder just cut out.
It's just a malfunction. She's not dead. Oh!
Oh, crap me.
That's not good. So they're both just gonna spiral out of control down to this whatever planet it is. Okay, now that explains it. That ship's gonna be toast. And if they thought she was dead already, are they even gonna come looking for her? Well, that's not good. Like I said, they thought her stuff cut out. They didn't know she was alive when she went down. I don't know if they're even going to come look for her. Well, guess we'll have to check in next time and see what happens. For now, thanks for watching with me. If you have recommendations, remember to drop them in the comments for what to watch next. And remember to hit like and subscribe. See you next time.